There we go. You guys can hear me now, and there we go. Okay. Good evening, ladies and germs, boys and girls. It is I, your host, Ravaz, otherwise known as HonkaI. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Please make sure all the fun stuff above my head. Well, actually, no, it's no longer above my head. It's right over here. Up here above the thing. Like, subscribe, comment, and of course, dent that bell for notification. That's right. Don't tap it, don't click it, but dent it. That way you know when we go live over here at 12:44, the open. Tonight we are back with more HonkaI StarRail. And we are just going to keep playing through the story. I'm kind of addicted at this point. I kind of want to see where the story goes. It looks fun. Well, let's get the ball rolling. Yeah, we're staying in Europe. Is my controller hooked up? Aha, my controller is hooked up. Come on, please don't be an update. Is there an update? Aha, there is no update. Let's go. We also have our cat here beside us. He's on the table. Hear me yell, ow. He probably bit me. I poked him in the eye. My bad. Poor cat. Okay, what are we looking? That's right, we were here. Travel log. If we want to burn the one, let's burn the one. Actually, let's go back to the space tree. There's my map. Back to the space train. It's Pom Pom.
How is everything? If you're ready, let's head to the Washtopia.
Nope. How's my Trailblaze level? Not where we need to be yet. Okay. Add this star skiff and no ways. Steven,
hey.
What are you doing here?
Thanks for the invite. I'm so excited. This view isn't something you see every day.
I know, it's so great, right? We're
so,
a train
you guys
in our
travel
face.
across the galaxy and journey through space like this every day? Oh, that's so cool. No wonder everyone on the Express is so knowledgeable.
Everyone except you.
Not like I've yet to experience it myself. But no one in their right mind would turn down a chance to journey through space. Boarding the Express is just one small still.
Okay, that being said, let's get back down. Go. That's a map. Our skiff theme. Or not interesting stations. Okay, let's burn the one. Burn the one. What do we got? Come on, make it count. 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 Okay, how much do I need? How much is it? It is Julian the Vampire King. How's it going, man? Haven't heard from you in a minute. Hope you're doing well. What we need is Uma. Do I have anything to try? I do. Oh well, it's fine. Okay, let's go find the people at...
Got places to be? I'm your best guide.
Come on in.
So, glad to hear it. I'm doing well. We're kind of just chilling, playing. We've made it further in the story.
When is this war dance going to start? The Sky Splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we board and see what's inside?
Is this how long life species live? Everything proceeds so slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional center is at an all-time high. Oh, I need to drink some coolant.
Relax. The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notices to all ticket holders. The Gazette said the Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the ceremony starts.
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the Ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So, who are you betting on, Bardo?
Good question, Bardo. Who are you betting on? Are you betting on the captain, the captain, or are you betting on...
I'm betting on neither. I
Really?
lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
War dance.
Yes, sir. Hey, it's me.
There you are. I heard you and Mr. Dunn.
Those tourists talking about you over
I
there.
heard them too.
You haven't been
The
very long.
security of the Luofu is more important. Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. Doesn't have to be me.
That's
The
fair.
real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Hule will wreak havoc. Obviously,
That's fair.
there's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break, intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan, what honor will be left for us to uphold?
Well
Good
said.
point. Oh
You may
no.
be tiny in stature, but your ambition
They
matches
shall.
that of the
No.
Yao Qing's warriors.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be working with the other commander?
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
Yeah, exactly. What brings you here, General?
Yes, I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster. You truly are the Merlin's Claw. Please finish the food quickly so we can get to work, General Feixiao.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and this is way too much for me.
Oh. You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself? Ever since you encountered those Borisson spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hule on an empty stomach. Take your
That's
time.
fair.
Enjoy the meal and...
Hule's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Zhao Cho hostage. The longer we wait, the more complicated the situation becomes.
Understandably so, but the good news is you have food, and food is all you need.
Zhao Cho always said I'm the most impatient person. I've fought against Borisson abominations for years. And I
Hey, Shao,
know
here's
their
some alcohol
ferocity
for
and
you.
cunning.
Hell, exactly. Give him
The
some
Borisson
alcohol.
were
The boy
clearly
is
well
stressed.
prepared for
Well,
this
no.
prison break.
Actually,
And
how
now
old
they are
is he?
staying in the shadows. They have no reason to rush out into the open.
I don't think he can have alcohol. My bartending instincts are kicking in. I don't think he can have alcohol.
When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow. Once Hule loses his patience and reveals himself, that's...
But when will that time come?
Like I said, it's only one meal away.
It's only one. Just eat the food and you'll get your answer. After the shackling prison break into the divine seat
General
of
Hua
foresight.
Yan, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations. Do you have any
Hey,
other
it's March.
instructions?
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat of Divine Foresight and oversee the 6 Commission's affairs on the Luofu.
And the MCM. That's fair.
What
That
is the
fair.
situation at the shackling prison?
Hule made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the Cloud Knights have The good news is the two Nameless who were trapped in the shackling prison are safe and sound.
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the current situation, but I'm relieved that she and Don Hung are safe.
Her voice is still kind of annoying, but I like the outfit though.
We've lost contact. Don't worry, Yukong. Fei Shao.
I have no doubt about General Fei Shao's capabilities, General Huaiyan. I'm more concerned about the Wardens. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will board the ship to watch the contest. But now, with Hulei's whereabouts unknown...
March is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the shackling prison is beyond formidable. In case anything goes wrong...
Don't worry, we'll kill him.
So, Yun Li, what do you think we should do?
Well...
Your plan sounds solid, but the first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring that the Law Fu isn't safe. How do you think the outsiders would react? They'd be terrified, and chaos might ensue.
That's fair. That's fair. That's why you don't just flat out declare martial law.
The second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Law Fu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing the war dance. Suddenly suspending it indefinitely would create numerous challenges. But of course, not everyone disagrees with your idea.
Really?
The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion, presumably. Hulei's escape and your discovery of Borisin's spies at Stargazer Novalia. Even a child could guess that these events were orchestrated. The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Law Fu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their trap and instill fear in people even before Hulei actually does anything. We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the Law Fu, acting as if nothing has happened.
As if nothing has happened? Yan Qing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found.
That's why I called the two of you here.
Are you suggesting? Are you planning to take the Lord Ringmaster yourself?
Of course, I'll do my part.
General Huaiyan, are you...
You caught on quickly, Miss March.
No! Why are you putting March as the Ringmaster?
Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Lawfu in the ring? It will make the Xianzhou Lawfu a laughingstock.
Dear child, the Nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, Miss March is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded as an outsider? We can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring,
I don't trust March too much.
Yukong, please explain to them the rest of the arrangements.
Typewriter. Three dual hours before Ordinskin. In the shackling prison. Oh.
I am sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your assistance, General.
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are two sides of the same Xianzhou Law Fu, and it is my honor to serve the Ten Lords' commission. I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of the shackling prison.
Borisin infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Shui from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties and commanding Arumaton spectral envoys and spirit...
I and the two behind me? We'll go deeper into the prison to investigate.
General, the situation inside is still chaotic and perilous.
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hule has escaped, and the Yaoqing envoy is being held hostage by the Borisin. His fate is unknown. Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hule herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Law Fu owes her something in return for her fervent determination.
That's fair.
How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hule was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Yaoqing messenger? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is if we can gather the clues that lead us to the mastermind behind all of this.
I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy task.
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Law Fu. Backing down now will only encourage them to further endanger the peace here.
Nice.
The Ten Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha. I'll need both of you to accompany me on this
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master. So, where would you like to start, General?
Let's start with those Borisin disguised as Foxians.
My people have already prepared the evidence.
Evidence. Okay.
According to Lieutenant Yenqing's report.
Looking at him now, it's hard to imagine how he transformed into a Foxian.
My alchemists detected some complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borisin were able to disguise themselves as Fox. Simply put, Foxians and Borisin share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them. This medicine allows...
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine...
Infiltration technique they're most familiar with.
The formula and technique seem oddly familiar.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Looks like the Alchemy Commission is involved once again. When I was sorting through the prescriptions they used, I came across one called Semblance.
It's always the Alchemy Commission.
It's designed to help
It's
those
always the
disciples
Alchemy
suppress
Commission.
signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain
They're one and the same.
the medicinal properties and ingredients.
Since ancient times, the Borisin have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians as weaklings. Yet, in order to save their warhead, they were willing to disguise themselves as Foxians.
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise, then following this lead in our investigation seems prudent. Please follow me.
Okay, let's go.
Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control. So we should proceed
Don't
cautiously.
eat my headphones. What are you doing?
I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor. By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the disguised Borisin.
Oh, here we go. Hey.
Incredible strength. The attacker shattered this warden's bones with a single blow.
Ooh.
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borisin possesses.
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borisin truly that formidable?
Yes. He is truly that formidable. You do not know the question you ask.
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more. With his strength, Hule united numerous Borisin packs, forming a grand army of abominations of abundance. They constantly push the Alliance's armies into perilous positions. Over 7 centuries ago, I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abominations. And I personally witnessed the devastation on the battlefield after Hule appeared. Even with medicinal pellets that suppressed the fear caused by his lupitoxin, countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. They couldn't even raise a hand in resistance. By the end of the battle, only a few of us remained. The Crimson Moon cast the sheen of blood on all. everything.
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being imprisoned? On the Xianzhou Jumi, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flames of the stars. Reducing them, their so-called immortality, is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just don't understand why the law
There's literally
kept this
a... Hold
tumor
on.
for so long.
Hold on.
Leading to the
There's literally a girl that just died on the in the jail. And she gave up her soul to a bird. And then that bird went back to their office to get a new body. And you ask, and you have the gall to ask, does nothing truly die? No! Julian the Vampire King. Well, I don't know if the MC can drink or not because we don't know the MC's age, but Foxia was doing it in the trailer, so okay, that's fair. I'm concerned with the fact that she's asking, can people really die? It's like, someone died, put their soul in the body of an animatronic bird, went to go get help, and now they're coming back with a new body. We see people die already. It's nothing out of the ordinary.
terrible situation we're facing now. But I guess I understand. The people of the Luofu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with a malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, they couldn't bring themselves to cut it out. Instead, they exiled the healer, who tried to solve the problem, to the Xianzhou Jumi.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Lingshaw. I take the blame for the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. As for why Hule was only in prison, I can shed some light on that too.
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar with the past. I'd appreciate it if you could enlighten me, General.
All right. Let me tell you more about it as we go.
Hold on. Punch him! Weakness to fire!
Be of your body.
Kaboom.
Welcome, customers.
Everybody gets a heal. Kaboom.
Commencing research.
You're a stubborn one.
Let's be friends.
Oh. Kaboom.
May the foul stench dissipate quick. The truth burns clear as if everything in this world is bleeding.
Okay, I like that character. Hold on, what's her name? What is her name? Hold on. Ooh, we got an achievement. We has an achievement. Okay, what's this character's name? We've got Ling Sha. Do I have Ling Sha as a character? I got the dead one. But I don't have Ling Sha as a... I'll have to unlock her now. Nope. Okay, burn!
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Hit with an AoE.
Be of your body and mind. Welcome, customers. Here, try this. To travel.
Everybody gets a hit. Everybody gets a hit. Let's go.
Better late than never. The truth. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Go. Okay. Punch him again.
Enemy data secure. Net marker activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Allow me to purge the root. Yeah. You'll pay for this.
That's what I said. Stop hitting my. Let me check quick. Hold on. Like, stop hitting the healer, man. Hit a buff.
1,000 wonders to raise your spirit. Fight as one. The truth burns everything in this world. It's bleeding. Ready for another?
Kaboom. Let me make sure you and I are in agreement real quick. Yeah, stop hitting the healer.
Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
The healers done nothing to you. They just healed. There's another one.
Someone bit open his arteries and drained almost all of his blood while he was still alive.
Whoa. Metal.
Such a cruel...
Freaking metal, man. Like metal vampires.
Despite being a long-lived species, Borson are actually more like predatory beasts that must feed on raw blood and flesh. I've heard that Hule was deprived of food and water in the Shackling prison. It's hard to imagine how he managed to suppress his hunger for over 7 centuries. Well, the hostage from the Yaoqing...
Such is the terrible nature of the abominations of abundance. We subjected him to the Forest of Swords to drain his life force. But in the end, his punishment turned into a test of our patience. Just like you said, Miss Linshaw. Casting a creature that can't be killed into a star would be a way to permanently get rid of it. But unfortunately...
The Foxians didn't agree to that.
Exactly. The atrocities committed by Hule went beyond mere massacres. Throughout numerous wars, we made every effort to eradicate the Borison. But Hule...
Hey, I'm the vampire here. Okay, that's fair.
Foxians into his pawns. So
there's an argument to be made. I'm a vampire, but that's a whole different thing for
day and night, and they even use it to scare children into staying quiet. How could they grant a swift death to such a great sinner? I wonder if you know why Hule wasn't taken into custody by the Foxian majority Xianzhou Yaoqing, but instead imprisoned in the Xianzhou Luofu.
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one who defeated Hule, an extraordinary achievement. Therefore, the Marshal placed this feral beast under the jurisdiction of the Xianzhou Luofu as an honor, I assume?
It seems you have a major misunderstanding about this arrangement, Miss Linshaw. Allow me to explain it to you.
As we proceed to keep walking and he doesn't explain anything? My lord, man. Punch it. Punch it. Is it punching or is it more like flinging objects? Let's go. Oh, we're at the very bottom. Doing all the way down.
Yan Qing told me that an IPC ship was attacked by Borison. Is this what they were transporting on the ship?
Magic weapon, though. On a restart, you got her being turned off.
The Artisanship Commission and Alchemy Commission conducted a joint examination and found that the parts of this machine are made from specially refined Borison biotissue. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild has been researching the biological properties of long-life species, hoping to make medical or combat-related discoveries. However, they haven't dared to cross any lines due to their so-called relationship.
Perhaps to those scholars, Borison are no different from lab animals. Maybe the Borison attacked that ship to retaliate against the Intelligentsia Guild for experimenting on them?
That's a good question.
No. If it were only about revenge, they could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo, instead of allowing it to end up in the shackling prison. It was a deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison.
This skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them. I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild unknowingly became their accomplices.
Watch out!
Fight!
Even after suffering such severe attacks?
Kaboom.
Their imitation of long-life species has crossed the line.
I think something bit me.
Punch.
Enemy
Go.
data signet marker activated. Time for a good old
Kaboom.
counter. Awesome insight.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem. Be of your body and mind.
Extra action. You bugger. Open
If
fire.
it can still move, it means it wasn't damaged enough. Let's make sure it never moves again.
Let's be friends. Commencing support.
Everybody gets a heal. Ow.
To travel far.
Better way. Made the foul stench dissipate quickly. Time to cleanse the children.
Kaboom.
Ready for another?
Ooh.
1,000 wonders to raise your spirits.
You know, let's give it to her.
Fight as one.
The truth. Everything in this world
Go.
is bleeding. Yeah.
Welcome,
The
customers.
rage has ended.
Enemy data signet marker activated. Time for a good old counter. Commencing research.
How about you stop hitting our people?
Refreshing to the soul. Be of your body and mind.
There we go.
You haven't answered my question about why Hulu.
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hule on the Yao Qing lies in the very mech in front of us.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hule's secrets and use them for their own purposes? Just like with this mech? Well, I understand. I've heard that the Foxians on the Yao Qing share a bloodline with the Borison. And just like the Borison, some of the Foxians there experience an uncontrollable insanity called moon rage. The Marshal believed that this would be inhumane and no different from what the Borison did. So...
Exactly. while Borison see Moonrage as a blessing that unlocks their true potential. Foxians see it as an inevitable curse within their bloodline. Countless healers of the Yaoqing have attempted to unravel this mystery, but to no avail. Why can Borison control the power of Moonrage? Can we Foxians break free from this curse? These questions were asked frequently. Each questioner had good intentions. But the road to catastrophe is paved with good intentions. To the Foxians of the Yaoqing, Hule was not only the warhead of the Borison, but also a monster that could be the subject of much research. Hule thus became a poison that corrupted.
That's why the Marshal decided to imprison.
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions once led to a tragedy on the Luofu that served as a warning to future generations.
This edition of Imbibitor Lune. By imprisoning Hule and the Xianzhou Luofu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yaoqing Foxians and warned the Xianzhou Luofu to refrain from repeating its mistake.
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou Alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian, Vidyadhara, and Xianzhou natives, form an alliance,
there's the word,
will there be a promising future for all.
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming, only to stand idle and allow the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
This girl's got some teeth on her,
You said
man.
that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, but instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Zhuming. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Dan Heng, who had just finished his hatching rebirth, so that he would regain the memories of his past life?
What did you just say?
She believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Vidyadhara to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor, quelling the strife within their clan and bringing everything back on the right path.
Alright guys, my headset's...
But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions. Since then, the 6 charioteers decided that the Alchemy Commission would no longer have a cauldron master. Until your arrival now.
If that's the case?
Quite the contrary.
Thanking me.
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their long-drawn lives? For example, you were implicated along with your mentor, and forced to leave your homeland without knowing the truth. And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared me a lot of trouble by sending you to handle this challenging task. Shouldn't I be thanking you instead?
Your eloquence is indeed impressive, but let me make it clear. The Alliance sent me here to handle the business impartially, not to choose sides.
That's fair.
It doesn't matter which side you choose.
Keep going. And here we are. Our stricken remains.
These Mara-struck soldiers...
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't hastily join the battle.
The messenger named Moza did say that there were 2 groups of attackers. And the other attackers, aside from the Borison, could hide their tracks.
Hide their trap.
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used cloud hymn magic to hide their presence. Without careful...
You once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission.
What's on your mind, Miss Link?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison. And considering the Vidyadhara's involvement in the prison's construction, additionally, the fact that the Borison need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Alchemy Commission assisting them covert. Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borison would require someone with significant authority.
Welcome back. Thanks for hanging out with us.
And
Playing
the
Roblox,
presence
that's
of
fine.
assassins capable
Well,
of
welcome
using
back.
cloud hymn magic deepens my suspicion about the Preceptors. But why would the Vidyadhara collude?
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power and influence. Since this edition of Imbibe de Lune, the once proud dragon race has been powerless, watching their influence wane.
However, I don't think the Preceptors are the true masterminds. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager, who exploited the weaknesses within the Law Fu and instigated the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, ultimately leading to the
Please remember, General, that everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you want to interrogate someone within the Vidyadhara's ranks, you'll need irrefutable proof.
That's fair.
So, what's your
Your
plan,
plan is-
Miss Lingshaw?
I'll send an invitation to the Preceptors.
An
Yeah, I have two viewers.
invitation?
The Preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on the Lafu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession. Then, I'll ask them to meet me at Scale Gorge Waterscape. I'd like to hear their explanation.
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you to handle this matter, Miss Lingshaw. Internal affair, and don't worry if things don't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is over.
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage. Hule was starving in the shackling prison for centuries. May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
Indeed. Exalting Sanctum.
As I said, I'm a healer. But my art of healing requires... The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes that patients can eat. When simmered and cooked together, any...
Delicacy.
Well, you have a point. Let me ask you this. If there's a fussy child who refuses to eat green peppers, what's the best way to...
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers and cook him alive in a pot.
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borison, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process, so you can't experience complex flavors. Only the saltiness of blood and flesh truly awakens your appetite.
It's a shame I don't have any green peppers, right?
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced meat to make meatballs. This way, the flavor of the meat overpowers the taste of the peppers. And even a fussy child can enjoy them.
Can I just boil your tongue? You said that Jin Liu recently. Do you really think you can delay our departure? You see Borison as savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou. But the more hope you hold in your heart.
His composure is only a temporary effect of the medicine. And it will wear off soon, right?
Lord Hule.
Oh, you pathetic Foxians. For thousands of years, we were the ones who allowed you to live, and who granted you civilization.
Oh, hey, Zika, welcome
But
to
in
the
the
stream.
end,
Thanks for hanging out with us.
You chose
Think
to
shot
betray us
unironically out
for the
DPS's
freedom
Fireflies. There's that. Yes.
Hule. Have you ever wondered why it took them 7 centuries? The Borison's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts before giving you hope for returning home? Lord, now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing. By a Foxian. They're hiding in
the Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing. A Foxian? Very interesting. Tell me, Moktok. Is he speaking the truth?
He isn't lying. That lowly beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack.
And she bested you, Moktok. Fairness is but a
In our darkest hours, it was a prophet of the Master of Immortality, named Mangus, who showed us the way.
This prophet?
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borison have been divided for too long, and only your return can unite all the packs, restoring us to our former glory. And the prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Yaoqing would take you to her ship during the Lafu's war dance, and that it would be our best chance to infiltrate and free you.
Even if you manage to set Hule free, you have no
your
way
plan
to
hasn't
escape.
happened yet.
We've already prepared our...
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports. You may think you've escaped the prison, but you're just
Let me kill this unruly right now!
Perfect chance to return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a ridiculous false prophet and become a mere puppet in her clutches. Listen up. A wolf never allows itself to become... Since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights will close the ports, Jiao Cho, I'm now giving you a chance to go and see it for yourself.
Wait, what did you just...
But my lord!
Would an alpha wolf ever listen to a cub, Moktok?
No, I've never...
Just a little pre-hunt entertainment. You will come back. Because Foxians like you always obediently return to their master.
Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights.
Every clever thought you bear might lead to your consequences.
Just as I suspected. The Cloud Knights must have been aware of the situation inside... for now.
Okay. By the way, your choices matter here, just so you know. Okay. The choices matter at this point. Noted. Tell you what. If you look at the clock above my head, it's actually relatively late. Let's go ahead and call it here for tonight. And then what we'll do is we'll be back on Sunday. Actually, let me check the schedule. Quick, hold. Let me check the schedule. Check the schedule. Yep. We'll be back on Sunday with more HonkaI StarRail. We're going to go ahead and call it here for the night. You guys have been amazing. Thanks for hanging out with us. Please make sure to leave a like. Share the video with everybody. But we're going to go ahead and call it here. And as always, with all you fine ladies, gentlemen, and germs, later.